the uploaded results taken by voters via their cameras admissible as evidence in the court? That's a question from Felix. We also have another question here that says, Tinubu's forfeiture happened 30 years ago. Does this not fall well outside the 10-year period as stipulated in section 137? That's another question.
Well, let me take them one
after the
other, right? I'll start with the last one. If you look at that 137, you see that there are several paragraphs, which is why I said lawyers will have a lot of debate on this matter. You have the paragraph, the one I read, section 137D. You have the E, paragraph D and E. The requirement of 10 years is in E, which relates essentially to conviction by the Code of Conduct Tribunal. The paragraph D that I read does not have that timeline. So the question of applicability, or which of them should be applicable to this case, of course, will have to be resolved by the court. But for the purpose of our discussion, the provision which I had earlier read verbatim, that is paragraph D of that 137, does not have that 10-year rule. The 10-year rule is actually in 137E, which, as I said, essentially seems to relate to conviction by the Code of Conduct Bureau. So whether, again, because I said I want to speak generally to the issues. I have my opinion about these matters, but I want to speak as objectively as possible, state the principles, and then leave us to go home, hopefully more informed, without necessarily sounding magisterial or as if I am the court or the tribunal that is going to make the pronouncements. I don't know if I have that question. So all you simply need to do, and you don't need a lawyer to resolve these disputes. If you Google the Constitution as amended, if you can see the amended version, look at that 137, read D and E. You will see that that 10-year rule is in E. The D part of it I read, that requirement is not there. So whether it is applicable or which should be applicable,